Hey guys, and welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We're about playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. Hello, my TJ Land Gaming. You were SFS yesterday, last time, weren't you? And Obscure Reference. Hello, how are everybody doing out there? I think Wise is out in the wild somewhere. Of course, Forrest is going to be watching this on the playback. Oh, just so many people here at the beginning of the stream with me, either right now or in the future right now. Hello, let's have a weird temporal interaction. How are the video players doing right now? I always like having that. So over here we have a single seat mission. This is literally just got to go to the moon, but I want to make a very small, just a small change to it. We're gonna go have a look at it, and we're gonna explain to you what went wrong last time, because something's always gone wrong somewhere on the line, right? If I aim my camera up here and zoom in, you might notice that we have this wonderful little roof design here, very aerodynamic, keeps the wind at bay. But the problem is that all they do is point upwards, just pointing upwards there. And what does that mean if the sun is behind us? It means we're going to have all sorts of trouble. So we're going to revert this. No, we're not. We're going to recover this because we're in between missions. So that's the thing. Hello, yes, you in the wild. I am a wild west. Oh man. Swoo. An elusive species of a thingy. How is everybody doing out there? Anyway, I hope everyone's. Yes, it is SFS. Yes, I'm hoping all my audio is coming through fine. Is everybody hearing my audio fine? I sure do hope so. What are we doing? Back into the vehicle assembly. Do I look like Stampula? I've just got a British accent, a southern British accent, I suppose you could call it. Not like, hey y'all, not that type of southern, but like I am like South Coast based. Not quite like, so the Southwest has got a different accent. They sound a little bit like pirates. Oh yeah. Either pirates or farmers. They kind of got this weird. All right, my lover, how's it going? That type. Audio is bad. You look like a potato. The audio is loud and clear. Okay, all right. That's good. Don't start with the audio is bad. Oh, what a terrible thing to say to someone trying to figure out whether the audio is going well. So I feel like the only thing we really need to do is to put just like the smallest of drag-inducing solar panels on the side of this. Let's go with a couple of these. Two of those, right? And what I'm gonna do is just kind of angle them that way. So if we ever end up with the sun underneath us, boom, it comes through. Hey, Super Dude 212, how you doing? Do you count the numbers as part of your? That's not what I wanted to do. As part of your name. So are you like 212 Super Dude 212, or are you just Super Dude? Hey, Kendall, how you doing? Oh, always good. So for me, I am Twitchi, right? But there are a bunch of places where Twitchi has been taken. In particular, on the Twitch platform and Twitter and stuff like that, there's this Twitch API called Twitchi. Oh, it really annoys me. Like, they've got 2 followers. I got more followers than them. Anyway, whew, yeah, crazy. You're not the first person to tell me that I sound like Stampy. But you know, it's been years since he's put. Is he still putting stuff out? I do not know. Anyway, bang, zoom straight to the mun. There it is, over there. We're a little bit. I would prefer it if it was over there. I guess we're just going to go round in an orbit. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Early blast off. Always nice when we have one of these in the stream there. Oh, well, overlooking at the moon. Was a beautiful shot. I do agree. Is your name perhaps affiliated with a popular? No, my name predates this live streaming platform by about 15 years. So, yeah, I mean, really, I should have changed my name. When something more popular came along, totally should have. But, yeah, no. Unfortunately, when did my... 2004? Something like that, I started using the name Twitchi. So let me get my old man hat out and be like, well, I was doing it first. Obviously, you know, when things come popular. It's alright, worked out, it's fine. We're good, don't worry about it. Okay, we're just gonna go like this. I can and have many times ranted at great length about how annoyed I am that Twitch, particularly when Twitch first came out. I ranted at great length about that. Excuse me. Still got a touch of COVID. Would you believe? This is like 2 and a bit week. No, what? I've had it for a week and a bit. Obviously, my girlfriend had it the week before that, and then I had like a week incubation period. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. So every now and then, a small cough or a clear of my throat might escape me. I'm trying my best not to let that happen. But all right, we're going up to about 100 kilometers. I don't know why 100 kilometers. It's just roughly where I put us at. Now, if I was really good, if I was like top of my game, we would have gone up in about a quarter, 45-degree angle, quarter of a right angle. I was gonna say, half of a right angle. I was gonna say that. No, that's not. All right. And we would have gone up so that I was coasting my thruster all the way up and through, and we would have had a perfect circularized orbit as I hit apoaps. But I'm not that type of pilot, so I do it the same way that most people do. I go up, mostly up. I try and fall over sideways as quick as possible, because I do try and remember that that's a thing that needs to happen. But like most Kerbal players, I just fly directly upwards, and then when I'm up nice and high, I go sideways. Oh yeah, that was the point of my story. So because I have to be Twitchi 1003 out there a lot, I never think of the number as part of my name. But when I'm on Twitch, obviously that is there, and people call that as part of my name. I'm like, no, just call me Twitchi. That's cool. I think in my head I always say 212 Super Dude 212, but I don't mind just Super Dude. Every now and again, someone would just say 212. Oh, you don't like the 212? I think I like 212 more. I just like the video. Thank you very much. I appreciate every like, every view, every member. I don't have any members at the moment. I do qualify for the membership program. I don't have the viewer base anymore. I am just forever grateful for every single one of my patrons out there. In particular, Wise, he's right here, right now, so I'm going to give him the actual love. But yeah, all my patrons absolutely doing the work that I should be doing. You know, keeping the motivation running for me. It's been beautiful times, beautiful times. All right, getting up and around. I may have waffled for just a little bit too long there. We've gone up and over the apoapsis. I should have started before. Definitely should have gone with that. But it's fine. It's no problem, because we're just going to the moon, and the moon's behind us. So we need to go all the way around. And all the way around we can definitely achieve. I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, no, we're burning up more electric charges. That's good. That's good. 21 12 Super Duty. I like the way you think, Wise. Using his name as an actual digit. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we're not down in the atmosphere at the moment. That's good. We are 93 kilometers up. You can tell by this little number up here, 92. I'm going to pull my nose up here. That's going to actually bring my apoapsis down somewhat. But more importantly, it's going to bring this angle. Yeah. I want to bring this angle into less of a steep one. And this is the only way to do that, is to pull up. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing. A little bit worried that we might start running out of fuel before we get anywhere, but I think this booster should make us all the way. If I remember correctly, it got us all the way to the moon last time, so we're going to try and do that again. We've just had the swap of the apoapsis. I saw this flag and this flag swap round with each other, and that's when I know that I'm where I need to be. Okay, so let's come over here, because I was burning at my apoapsis. When the two swap round, I'm suddenly at my periapsis, which is the lowest point, which means that I've pushed the furthest point away up high enough to now be my apoapsis. You know, it's a kind of a pigeonhole effect, because of one thing, the other had to have happened. Right? Okay, at this maneuver, let's drag this out. I just want to go to the moon. We're just gonna go pick up a highly trained engineer. I'm not sure whether we're going to leave the craft behind. What I should have done is pack this craft with. Oh wait, it helps if I do this. Set that as target. I should have packed this craft with a few. There it is. Repair kits. Turns out they are now important to start thinking about. So I've been coming from ye olde darken ages where your engineer used to be all you needed to repair stuff wherever you were. But now, no, if you've broken a wheel, you need to take a repair kit with you, which, you know, it makes sense. If you've broken stuff, you do need the things to fix it. I totally understand. But this is starting to get into the point where, like, why do we not have life support systems and stuff like that? If we're going down to that level of realism, then why not? And personally, I am not a proponent of life support systems, right? The reason being is space is a place where it's very easy to miss your target, like incredible. And the further out you get, the more like towards planets rather than moons you get, the harder it is to hit, because you've got a smaller target in a bigger orbit. It's relative sizes, right? Let me just line up my target here. So if we had a life support system and you just happened to have missed, well, I mean, you could kiss goodbye to those Kerbals, right? You know, missing in space, that's a big time penalty there. Big time penalty. For robots, no problem, no worries. They just eat the solar powers. They're like, yes, please give me these fresh photons. I wonder if we're ever going to get to the point where we're eating up neutrinos. Do you guys know about neutrinos? They're one of like the hidden particles that nobody ever talks about. I say that people do talk about them, but you need to kind of be in physics circles to know. I just need to open this curtain quickly. Whoa. So neutrinos are something that Kendall, where can you find? Oh, is it not in my link? Oh, I've recently changed. Thank you very much. I have recently changed my descriptions, and I didn't drop that one in there. So let me just. But patreon.com/Twitchi will find me. But you are right. I should totally. In almost all my videos, the link is there as well. I got distracted at just the wrong time, haven't I? I can tell you what. I bet I need to be making my burn. Okay, save. Hello, background. Sorry about the background noise. That was, would you believe it, how to make animations in Python tutorial. I don't know if you guys are aware that I'm an astrophysicist in training. I may have mentioned that once or twice. And obviously I've learned a whole bunch of really useful mathematics and stuff like that. Which is great if I wanted to make a huge list of numbers, right? If you gave me the setup for a couple of planets and I just sat there, cranked the handle of the mathematics a few times, and I was like, at these times this will happen, and blah blah blah, right? Well, that's great if I give you a whole bunch of digits, right? If I just give you guys a spreadsheet, you're not really going to understand what I'm trying to talk about. But if I have this wonderful video playing, going, look at the way these things move, that's different. And they've not taught me how to do that in uni, so I'm going to learn how to do it myself. You should make a video about that. Neutrino sound like... Okay, so neutrino, bam. So when fusion happens, you get two protons, right? And the end process is to get two protons and two neutrons together and slam them together, right? But to get the neutrons, you also slam two protons together. It's a whole complicated proton chain. Maybe that I should make a video about at some point, because that was a nice little thing we had to do. But with this whole chain of events, things happen. But you might notice at no point did I mention anything with a negative charge. Protons are positive charge, electrons are negatively charged, but they don't happen. They're not there during the fusion process, right? So how do you get a negative from these two positives? Well, it turns out there's this thing called a neutrino that gets spat out. It also accounts for some like mass differences, and the neutrino was like super necessary to make a whole bunch of the mathematics work. And it turns out, would you know, if you make like a 4 billion gallon, I don't know the exact size, but it is huge, tank full of chlorine or something like that. I think it's chlorine or xenon water or something like that. Anyway, and then stick a bunch of cameras around that and look for a tiny little flash as the neutrino smashes into the chlorine atom, then you can prove that these things do exist. It's much more complicated than what I've just said to prove that it actually exists, but that's the kind of the high level thing. If you want to do this in game, you get a power toy. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, one of the things that I think is really sad about Kerbal is, so let's compare like a rover mission to the moon or to Juno, compared to the moon or Mars. That's the real one. It's called Mars. Like we send a rover and it stays within this. I mean, even being most generous, 2-kilometer patch, right? You know, they stay in this tiny little area. Whereas in Kerbal, if you want to do real science, you've got to send them from place to place to place over huge distances. And I think it's a shame that there's not the richness of science in Kerbal as there is in the real. But you know, this is a game. It's like you got to draw a line somewhere, you know. and I get that. Okay, we're just gonna make our way up to the. Anything gonna happen on the alarm clock in the next little bit? No. Okay, let's just push our way up to the Munt encounter. I wish that so this puts an alarm. I don't want the alarm. I'm gonna cancel that. We're gonna get rid of that. I suppose the alarm would help, but I just want to be able to like click here, whoop here. We'll do it like that. Kendall now throwing money at me. Oh yes, I'm going to take a moment here, thank every single one of my patrons. Yeah, no, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Keeps the power running and gives me money for new computer equipment when I need it. To be honest, that's the majority of what my Patreon fund goes towards. It bought my last super nice graphics card, and it will probably buy my next one as well. So thank you guys so much. I cannot express. Cannot express. All right, we are trying to go here. Yeah. We're gonna set that as target. That's where we're trying to land. Bunch of photovoltaic panels. Yes, I can also speak. He wants the money to prep the world for genocide. Yes, I mean I need to get more people believing my astrophysicist story, so they don't understand the training for supervillainry that I'm actually going through. I mean, you can't build a rocket-powered death laser if you don't understand the rocket power, right? All right, cool. We are gonna do this here, you know, at this maneuver. I think we should be able to just like bring us in like this. This should be fine. This should be fine. Descending node, bring it up. Nope. I mean, that's quite the jump. It's quite the jump. I don't think it's going to put us at the right place at the right time. The reason being is that in the time it takes us to fall down here, the moon would have rotated, and the landing site isn't rotating along this orbit. It rotates along the moon, obviously. So that's cool. You're planning on becoming a chemist. What a great idea. Chemists are the people that are feeding the world, right? Like the whole sort of nitrogen chemistry of fertilizers and explosives are definitely things that need to be looked into. I'm not so sure about that secondary use that I was just talking about, but yeah, the whole like the only way we're ever going to feed enough people, make enough rocket fuel, create the new and wonderful technologies that can only be made in 0G. This is chemistry. Like when you get up to some of the like the super high level science, you end up realizing that you need to know more than just one thing, right? Now I am a physicist, so I will then go to a chemist. But the more knowledge that you have yourself, the more you know the right people to go talk to, right? So I highly recommend that every time. If you're interested in any science, try and double down on that. Biology is the big one. That's the toughie. Oof. People who are into the actual especially like the actual microbiologists, they're the ones who are actually applying everything that science has ever taught us right up to this moment. They're the ones who are really like, yes, how does DNA work, and what is the epigenetic knock-on effects from the right? Yeah, it's big words that even I don't understand. I think we are pretty much set for our landing burn. Let's blast over there and do it. Turn this off. My plan is to be a pediatrician. Dude, that is like double the good. Not only doing good, but doing good for kids. Like that's they can't do their own good, can they? I just want to turn the lighting up in here. There we go. That's better. My plan is to be a Peter to convince every kid I save to join your cause and rule the world. Yeah, I mean, like, that's OP next level. That is next level. Because once they owe you their lives, they will probably do that. I want to go into aerospace design, so air science, airflown science. Yeah, I mean, like, it's more of a materials science or like. So next year, this coming semester, the first serious module on my agenda that is pretty tough. It's called Fields and Flow. Imagine like fluid dynamics, yeah? What is the mathematics of fluid dynamics, of little eddy swirls and things that compress and extend and get FUD and high densities and low densities and all this stuff. That's what I'm going to be learning this coming semester, and I'm not scared, but I'm apprehensive, you know, like because this is some serious stuff now. This is some serious, like, next level mathematics. When people talk about the scare, like people always talk about how do we get rid of these? All this stuff I've got back here. People always talk about calculus and stuff being awkward, and don't get me wrong. Calculus is not the easiest thing in the world, but once you get the concept of slopes and how numbers relate to each other, because that's all it is how these things relate, then calculus just drops into place. But doing the actual vector mathematical, yeah, that's where it all starts to get. So I think, sorry. In summary. Any physics that deals with mechanical actions, you're going to get set up well. All right. If you like engineering, if you like airflow, all of these are going to feed in and give you the transferable skills you need for actual aeronautical design. There's probably out there a bunch of courses that just specialize in aeronautics, right? I don't know them off the top of my head, but I do know a person who might. A friend of mine that I D&D with. That's exactly what he went and did. Because nerds, right? we always find ourselves in the same place. Okay, turn around and have a look. Okay, 2 hours, plenty of time. Gonna watch the moon get nice and big as we fall our way down to it. At what point do we say, like, once we've gone past periapsis, are we falling down towards the moon anymore? Is that my landing spot? Is that where I want to go? No. All right. Ooh, that caught me out last time we were here as well. I am going to be landing in the dark. I'm going to be landing in the dark. I don't like the idea of that all that much, if I'm to be honest. Last second tweak of the maneuver node, and we're just going to go for it. What could go wrong? Thankfully, the Kerbal that we've got down... So what is this landing site here? Thankfully, the Kerbal that we've got down there, more than capable of flying, so that's good. What have we got? Oh, I still haven't learned how to say the name properly. Hermansiewicz? Yeah, whatever. My apologies to all the Poles that watch my streams. I still haven't quite learned. He was the first Polish guy in space. It's always nice to honour said people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Went to space via the same program that the first British person that went to space by. Our first, notice I say British person. We sent a lady to space first. She won a TV program. that's how we did it. Now, hey, you changed, Liam. You changed your. I'm gonna call you Treeman. I think that's what I'm gonna go with now. You've changed your profile picture. Hey, how's it going? Did they have tea? Yeah, I would be very surprised if she didn't. I would be beyond surprised. Like, it is beyond, especially like 10, 20 years ago. Maybe not so much now. Everyone drinks coffee, but like I am one of the last like proper tea drinkers out there. But yeah, it's not just a stereotype. We do drink a lot of tea. Need that caffeine boost, man. Need that caffeine boost. All right, trying to keep an eye out for my target. We've got 815 in the boost stage. We got over 2K in there. From the UK, yeah, more than likely. Oh, man, I wish I could remember her name off the top of my head. Sarah Collins? I feel I've got a different person in mind. Helen Sherman, that's her name. Helen Sherman. Yeah, I went and saw her talk by her a little while back. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Super Dude. Most Brits now like coffee. There's been a change, and it comes down to whether you like Starbucks, Nero, or Costa coffee. You hear tea is better than it is 100% subjective. I've been drinking tea all my life, so I like tea. That is pretty much all it boils down to. All right, sweet milky tea. Yeah, friend of mine calls what I drink a tea milkshake. They're just like no. What you drink is only barely resembles. Like the Brownian suspension that we call tea. Which is like, yeah, all right, I get it, I do. Oh, sorry, suddenly squeaky chair, but we'll be fine with that. We'll be fine. We've got a long full. I'm surprised that we've not got. Oh, I know, I've got my ambient boost. On. I like these little radial canyons that come out from the craters. I think it's actually where... Oh no, there's another one over here. It's not quite. I was going to say where smaller craters get distorted by the crater wall, but that's totally not what's happening if you look at these and this guy over here. That looks like quite the crater. It looks like a crater on a canyon. These three all nicely together. These are cool. Maybe we should build a rover and go... like canyon exploring at some point. That's worth. Hey EJ, how you doing? Welcome. Very rarely drink coffee either, at least not hot coffee. But iced frappe every now and then. Okay, yeah. Dog is attacking with cuteness. How you're done for? Well, once the cuteness has come out, that's it. No more. You can't go against it. Your will will be eroded. Any Spaceflight Simulator players here? I don't know, actually. I should imagine there's a fair bit of overlap. I'm actually surprised I've not played it so much myself. You know? All right, which one of these? There, an enemy. I was going to be like, which one's my Kerbal? There it is, that one right there. Okay, we'll make that work. Clear. Excuse me. Still that very, very scratchy throat. So you see this this little like explosion of debris over here. This was very much my my return craft. We swapped from one craft to the other, and then it decided that it was just gonna explode when I moved across. I'm making a video right now. Oh wait! I can't read and fly at the same time. Keeping some boring part, like, so you only want to keep the boring parts in if they do a good job of explaining what's going on, right? So when I'm making a Kerbal video, I make judicious use of time lapse, right? I will speed everything up. Like I'm generally recording at faster rates. I will then also try and edit at faster rates than that as well. If there's a place where I've tried 4 or 5 landings, I'll generally only show a failure, maybe 2. Just because people do want to watch your explosions, but people don't want to watch your repeated explosions. One thing that I really do like doing is if I have like 4 or 5 failed landings, I'll show the approach for one, all the explosions to get, bam, 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 and then me coming in for landing. I think that's the best way to do that. But like a 20-minute Kerbal video is not bad. I mean, it depends what you're making, right? It depends what you're making. I am forever trying to look out for people that are basically we're out of fuel. Basically presenting the career mode in a more interesting manner. All right, I want to watch people just playing the game, but I also don't want to just watch people playing the game. You know, there's a fine line to be made here. Well, I'm about to smash into the floor a little bit too hard. Saying that, we could just watch this one. Okay, now. Okay, might need to make 2 trips with this. Reason being very simple, that I don't think an enemy has their no. Fool, and who hasn't done a quick save? Oh, I hit the wrong button and I've lost my engine. Spencer, you of course can send a pic. We are gonna slam through this much quicker than what's just happened. There used to be a mod, right, that made a quick save every 10-15 minutes. I kind of need to get that back in my life. That was definitely a thing. Yeah, whoopsie in the biggest sense. In the biggest sense, we're gonna turn over much faster this time. We are gonna blast our way up to orbit. We are gonna try and get ourselves. You know how I was saying? Oh no. You know how earlier on I was saying if I was better I would go for a more sideways trajectory. Well, here we go. We are going for that sideways trajectory. I'd like to get myself back onto the equatorial line though, if at all possible. We're about to burn through our solid boosters. I'm going to hit my stability assist here. Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It wants to drag me out pretty hard. Every time that I move anywhere close to not the center of my prograde marker here, ooh, knock those away, the drag wants to pull me further around. Let's look at this maneuver node. 80, 84, 86. I mean, we're going. We are going. Storm Chaser in the Discord. Hello, bam, cool. I don't know if you have the skills to be making those threats. Okay, where are we at? 98. I mean, we're still just about climbing. We're still just about. Storm Chaser, yeah, hello. Alright, awesome. That's good to know who be who. It's still drifting up through the top of the atmosphere. Am I actually going to come out the top of the atmosphere just as we round off to 100 kilometers? That would be pretty cool. 8, 9... I think I am. 70... Ah, it's close. It's close. Just a little bit more. There we go. Near enough exactly 100. Send a mission to the moon. Alright, I want to see it. Send some pictures across the Discord. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Am I going to try and set anything funny up, or are we just going to do one of these? The faster we can do it. No, it doesn't like that. How about this one? Okay, we'll do that. It says go. All right, we should totally be going. All right, let's see. I want to send a mission to Mercury. Oh, that is a big mission to set off there. The planets that are like really close to the sun are harder to get to than the ones further away. Tis just a consequence of the way gravity works. Just gonna nose down to here somewhere. This should put me in the right angle. There's a lot of noise happening outside my window all of a sudden. I wonder what that's about. Alright, anyway. You had a load of fails. Yeah. I mean, yeah, go again, small target in a big gravity well. I could see why that would be a tough mission to do. Forgetting the damage and the... Can you hear the background noise as well? Okay, I didn't think you'd be able to hear them. Okay, it's taking a bit longer to burn through than I would like. Oh wait, we could do this. Double time acceleration. Get that time warp underway. Periapsis is nearly nice and circularized. All right, 50, 60, 70. I'll just take that. That feels good to me. So as I was saying, set that as target. Oh look, we've got the periaps almost exactly where it needs to be for a super efficient maneuver. There, where was it? There. Okay. Gotta go a little faster than that, I think. Just a little bit faster. Get more moon kiss going on. I'm not sure. It's because we're at an angle, right? It is because we're at an angle. I can totally fix that. Oh, it's going to cost a lot, though. I might wait until... Ooh. Should we do it anyway? It's going to cost a lot, but I think I'm fine. I think I can fine. I'm planning on editing all of Jupiter's moons in SFS by not planning on editing, but adding them. Okay. Oh, man, you guys are all like flexing about your spaceflight simulator prowess. That's cool. That's cool. Turns out, all right. Well, I guess I'll be having a look at it at some point, right? I guess I'll be taking a look. I mean, how involved is like the mission planning? Like the mission planning aspect. Like when I'm like I want to go to Mercury, do I have to sit down with Protractor and try and figure out at what point is the best time for my home and transfer, or does it give us all the information? I'm not sure. Trying to rally a course backwards in BeamNG in an off-brand Toyota Celica. I keep on almost crashing because I have no idea where to push and where not to. I mean, that's rally all in all, right? That's why they have the guy next to them telling them what to do and what not to do, yeah? Because, like, you got to know your course. You got to know where you're going. Okay, 30 seconds less to go. Gives you the info, you can navigate. It gives you the speed, position, and burn, and how long does it take. Okay, so they're just like, make a burn here and then for this long. And you're like, all right, I will make a burn for this long. Okay, that's easy enough. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, quick save, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to go now. Quick save threw off the timer, but that's fine. Look at that angle. I'm like, yes. We are going in a different trajectory. Different trajectory. You see, we're like supposed to be following the blue line going down. We don't want that to go down. We want it to pick back up. I think we're nicely rounding this off here. Try and keep on top of the blue. Okay, in my haste, we have had to make some concessions on trajectory here, but I think we're good. I think we're doing well. I'm a little bit disappointed with this yellow marker up here. I wonder what it's struggling with right now. Wait. Sorry, let me try that. I wonder what it's struggling with right now. Hey, I pressed X. Stop. Hey, I pressed X. Stop. It's because I had my mouse up here still, I think. Sometimes, I found it when I hover over this as well. The things that you want to do don't happen when you've got your mouse over particular places. Have I heard of Rocket? No, what's Rocket League? Yeah, I've heard of Rocket League. That is a dog and a cat. They're cool. They are cool. Yeah, no, I am aware of Rocket League. Have I played? I'm not sure if I've played or not, but I've played many games like that in the past, you know. BeamNG doesn't have track, so I'm really blind, and the Celica sucks because I haven't modded it yet, but I've bent it completely. Okay. Alright. I guess we're ready to swap over to the Mun. And then somewhere about here, we're just gonna add a maneuver. We're just gonna bring her in. Just gonna bring her in. And whatever happens from here, I mean, I'd really like to land on the sun side. Do you guys agree that maybe the sun side is a little bit better? But we'll see what happens when we get there. We'll see what happens when we get there. I am going to position myself on top of my maneuver node here. We're gonna look at Kerbin. Look at Kerbin and the moon. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Bye bye, Kerbin. Moon's over there. Let's watch the moon. It's coming up. Yeah, I call it football. I call it football. But you know, that's British, right? Call it. Hi moon, how's it going? Land on the sun side. All right, we will land on the sunny side. We're gonna have to bring down this one though. Make sure we can actually circularize up or down. Let's go something like this, and then we bring it down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? Bring it down and bring it back. And then hopefully we get ourselves a nice round encounter. Orbit, sorry. Equatorial. Enough. No, you want to eat the moon cheese. There's no sun or dark side, so it doesn't really. You've just got this is the moon, ambient light everywhere. Okay, that's interesting. I find that very interesting, in fact. Excessive handbrake. So I always find it interesting. Like, the power games have given the handbrake over the years, right? Like, normally, if you yank on that cable the way that you would have to in a game, you're gonna snap your whole handbrake linkage, right? Like, that's not gonna. You're not gonna have a great time. Your wheels are gonna kind of pop off. Well, not pop off, but like they're gonna try and do so, and your axle's gonna get like the trouble you will get into if you try and like handbrake corner or whatever. Obviously, you know. Proper surface, proper well-trained driver, no problem. If you just slam it on like you would in a game, ooh. You can only get day and night cycle with mod. It has suddenly got very hot in here. Sorry, let me. Oh. I might even have to turn the fan back on. It's got hot in here. Okay, so we're going to have to wait basically 2 weeks, I think, for this to cycle round to the day. Let's watch the moon, and then, what is this? Off it goes. I think there might be a bit of a locality issue if we go up too. Yeah, it's when we get super close and then disappear again. It really doesn't like it. It really doesn't like it. We got 43 days until we need to do something, so let's try and speed this one through. Okay, this is looking good, and we can go at Periaps to try and land on that over. Okay, I think here we have. Hey, Moon, you've got give me a whole bunch of information here that I'll be honest with you, I don't actually need. I suppose we can just look at it for now. Did you guys know that the moon is currently moving at 542 meters per second around Kerbin? I didn't know that, if I was to be honest with you. I didn't actually know that. I did know that it was about 11.5 million kilometers up there. Done Saturn for the first time. Why is it doing Sat? I don't know. Why are you doing Sat play? Quite often I end up pushing the wrong key down. What's wrong with my control? We're at time warp. That's what's wrong with my control. I was like, no, it's not letting me. Is something broken? But I've learned over time to start glancing up into that corner. It's much like if I can't control my rover, I should really check the brakes. That's a thing that's happened in the past. A couple of times. Just a couple of times. Alright, I think that's maybe set up too steep. Let's pull that down a bit, because obviously it's going to move around just a little bit further. Well, that's fine. We can live. We can live. I think that's what we want right there. Is that too high? Do we want to bring ourselves down just a little bit more? I don't want to overshoot too much because every meter I overshoot is like more delta V I need to spend, right, to stop us when we're actually there. Okay, I think we good. Let's hit this one. Whoop. I wasn't expecting to go all the way around. Okay. It's not set me up quite where I was expecting. Okay, it's interesting. Maybe I'd let the spaceship fly past it. I don't know. Felt weird there. I'll be honest. Felt weird. Let's press this again. Battery at 5%. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. I don't think I ever see my battery drop below. I mean, other than when I purposefully neglect it. I don't think I ever watch it drop below 10. And that's not because I'm like, oh, every night I must put my charger on. There's a couple of days or so. It's over a couple of days. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Coming down to the last 10. 9, 7, 5. That's a good count. 10, 9, 7, 5. I can get down with that. 1, go! Sorry, that was a terrible countdown. I will try better next time. All right, 3, 2, 1, stop. Are we looking like we're going exactly where we need to go? It looks roughly like I'm going where I want to go. I'm going to swap to surface because now I'm much more interested in how I'm moving relative to the surface of the moon. Because obviously I'm trying to land on the surface, right? I'm not trying to land on this imaginary grid that exists separate from the actual planet itself. Which, like, where does the orbital reference take itself from? You know, like, do they decide the speed of the planet and then take that away from all observed effects? I know, obviously, in Kerbal, like, we just... like people had to come up with the numbers, right? So that's the answer there, is people came up with the numbers. But IRL, right? How do we know? Well, I suppose we look at the sun. Like, where is not rotate? Where is like orbital velocity? I suppose, yeah, look at the sun, and then how do we know what the sun's doing? Well, we look. Why don't I have control? I had control last time we were here. What is this? When did I last... Oh, look at the terrain texture moving as I come in. Okay, this... I'm not having a... Like, this is not a great mission today, is it? Where's Kerbin? No. Well... yeah. Yeah. I guess we just gotta wait and see. Like, I am constantly trying to pitch. Like, at any moment, we could get connection with one of the satellites. Maybe. Let's see the full communication network. I mean, something's communicating. I do this till late at night, to the point sometimes I wake up in the morning and your phone is completely charged. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only really one outcome from what we see here. I guess we're going to have to wait for another orbit. That's a shame. One of the few times my moon infrastructure has properly let me down. I really thought that we had this covered by now. The number of repair satellites we've put up. Oh. I mean, it's not the worst time to be. Not the worst time to be. Maybe we can make this a little bit better. I was kind of hoping it would be around the moon. So remind me to quick save around the moon next time. I think I'm just going to go for it. I think that we do not have... So is there a way that I can set up an orbit just over here, shadowing the moon? I don't know, because to be at the moon's orbit, you need to... be at the same place where, like, to be at the same speed that the moon is orbiting, you have to be where the moon is, right? Because that's just how orbital dynamics work. So I'm wondering if there's a way. I basically want to have a geostationary satellite for the moon. Is that a thing I can do? I mean, almost definitely. Almost certainly it is a thing I can do. I'm just going to take a small moment here to align my plane. It's not really helping much, is it? I was kind of hoping I could see what this is doing, but it's not. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll take that one. Okay, we're gonna go do that maneuver as well. More? Nah, surely not more background noises. Third time's the charm. I hope so. I hope so. I was like, yeah, just a quick mission, no worries. What could go? Stop, 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 stop. I'm hitting the time warp stop button. So I do know what happened. I'm not quite sure how I managed to click on the next orbit for my maneuver node, though. I'm gonna say Super Dude cursed me. Obviously. Yeah, quick saves are very important. Normally I'm actually pretty good on making them quick saves. Normally I am, but today it turns out, no, I'm not over it. I can't play Kerbal today. I am just illiterate in the ways of rocket science. I mean, it's not even the rocket science, it's the gaming that's letting me down. Bad at it, yo. Aha, see, look, there's the next one. So does that mean we don't have a descending node on our... Like, how is there not a descending node right here? That's my question. Must be the encounter with the moon, right? Yeah. So let's pop us up to equatorial anyway. That's what I'm trying to get. So we'll pop that up until that looks like it's running to the right place. Do we want to pull back some more? No, I do not want to pull back some more. You need to set up a relay network around the moon. There's some good tutorials. Hi, Kate. So, like, you know when I was like, I really thought like I'd had it covered. But what I'd like to do is just the one. I meant to go have a look in the geostationary page on the Kerbal wiki, because they'll tell me whether you can actually do it inside the sphere of influence of the moon or not. There will be a altitude where the two match up. That's just a consequence of low down orbits fast, high up orbits slow. Somewhere in between you meet the speed of the planet that you're spinning around, right? But I really thought that that many that I had around was good. But, like, we've been playing for 9 years now, something like that. Let's have a look. Real time. Yeah, 9 years. There's been drift. I challenge anybody to set up a communication network that will hold steady for that time. Mission to Minmus. I tend to try and avoid Minmus now because we used to do Minmus a lot. But I could take us to Minmus. We can go to Minmus now if you want. Minmus is one of those targets that you could just go to. It's not like Moho or Juno where you need to actually have a maneuver node set up and wait for it. 35, 34. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Yeah, Minmus is the perennial target. Whenever people want to go see Minmus, like we can whip out ye olde ion bike. I haven't got an ion bike, but we should totally make an ion bike when I get access to the ion engines. Oh yeah, the buttons are doing what I want them to now. I must have been pressing the wrong buttons or something. I have no idea why things weren't stopping when I wanted them to. All I can assume is my rest position must have been a button out or something like that. Minmus is your favourite moon. Cool. look at it. Where is it? Where is it? It's over there. Why would you not like it? Minmus is great. Minmus really is amazing. Let's press that button. Okay, we're just going to do a single straight there. No mucking about. Vroom, knock us down. Put us into the right inclination. Maybe. We'll find out if we're the right inclination when we get down there. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's face the right way and hit the fast button again. Yeah, I like Minmus for... I particularly like Minmus as an early game destination. Like if I was playing the quick game, if I wanted to fill out my tech tree as fast as possible, if I wanted to like max out my monies and my reputation and stuff like that, I would have farmed Moon and Minmus for all they're worth. I would have done like maybe a single mission. I don't know. Like it wouldn't have been. I would have done just enough around Kerbin to get me the science lab, and then we would have gone for a little tour around Moon and Minmus with the science lab, getting all the tech tree opened up. Doing things like the rover repair mission. Did you see how much money that rover repair mission actually gave us? Like, yeah, fair. We've had to do things a little bit unorthodox to make it work, but ooh, the money. If it wasn't for the Kraken, we would have been way ahead. And if it wasn't for my bad flying, we would have been done by now. Yeah, green lines. Oh, I mean, I actually really enjoy watching the whole... Oh, where is it? The whole ComNet do its thing. Splash, splash, splash. I presume that was just a time warp artifact. But look at my full network. Look at this guy over here. Wow, how did you... I did not put this here. This guy has been kicked around by the moon, I think. Must have. Alright, where's my target? There's my target. Let's slam on over. We've got enough battery life to worry about this. Had to reset your PC? Well then, in that case, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so I think we're good just to set up for a landing. Do I just want to drop down on this thing like Batman dropping out of the rafters? Be like, I am the knight. We're gonna try it. Plunging from 500,000 meters up. Yes, 0.5 megameter. Megameter is definitely one of those terms that just doesn't get used much. You know, I know we got the kilometer, and then it's like 100 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers for a megameter. Don't forget to autosave. Bam. I like your advice. I like your advice. Okay, we are coming in 380 meters per second, but of course, every moment that we are falling towards the moon, our speed is increasing by... I don't know, what's the value of G on the moon? Wait, can we find this out? Can we find this out? The man, no. This one? No, I don't know. At sea level gravity. Okay. Every second we're putting on 1/10 of a meter per second. That's actually not as much as I thought it would be. And of course we're higher up, so it's less. Autosave, not quick save. Yeah, that's fine. I will take this. Don't let the Kraken attack. One does not let the Kraken attack. The Kraken chooses when it does appear. We as sailors of the void have to just know that we are at its whimsy. The power of its whims. Okay. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared. Look how fast we're going, how much delta V we've got. We're going to burn through this entire tube just slowing down. TFS? I mean, acronyms. Many acronyms. I mean, I could do. Oh, I could do. Total float simulator. Why now? Why now? What happened? No! Did you guys just watch that drop out? Why are you not talking to me? Okay, we get another crash. I'm just gonna sit here and be a little bit aghast. Never have I had so much trouble. I don't think I've ever had to do 4 times the charm to the moon. To the moon! I'm gonna sit here slamming down on the go button. I do. Today, Wise is correct. You shower the shame upon me. What is this? It's a simple mission. It's a simple mission. Come on. I mean, yeah. All right. Well, we're just gonna speed this up. I mean, there's not much else we can do, right? I think I'm actually going to use physics. Well, no, I'm going to hit my Windows key. I think I'm going to hit physics warp so that if anything does happen, I can indeed press go, but it's not going to happen, is it? We're not going to suddenly just get a connection all over again. So I'm definitely kicking my orbit into a more circular one. Turns out, slamming down straight on top of them wasn't quick enough. Can I have my window? I don't know why I asked for the win. Though, because I was just going to press F9. The Smoon. I mean, I do run into the Smoon quite often. Can I F9? Is this going to let me? No. All right. Well, let's pick a random piece of something somewhere. Let's go have a look at something random. Ooh. Titus 1, Weeloo, kill me. Where's my... These guys. Let's go and look at them. get a quick status report on my asteroid catchers whilst we're here, and that'll give me the flight scene to be able to hit F9. What has happened to my asteroid catchers? I mean, they caught the asteroid. This is good. Jesmore, Rodzor, and Jedza. I love these names. They are here. They are. Where's Kerbin? It's out there somewhere. They're literally on their way to Kerbin right now. We have an encounter all set up. When do they arrive? Bring asteroid time. 1 year, 82. There's no way that's a year to get down to there. Well, that's where they are anyway. All right, let's get back to it. I am going to have an energy drink. Proudly sponsored by Forrest. If you see Forrest out and about, say thank you for me. Had COVID, not able to go out and get stuff myself. Man's been a lifesaver. Okay, let's figure out where I'm going. I mean, it was literally just going to be a look up, right? Am I periapsis proud right now? I am not periapsis proud right now. Let's make ourselves periapsis proud. And we will... I'm just going to burn ragely up from the surface of the planet. Bring my periapsis up high. But also be quite wasteful with my fuel. Okay, there we go. That's good. And now we're just going to wait. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I was going to say, well, now we're just going to wait and see if there's a point where everything lines up and I'm in view of Kerbin. Turns out that's important. Turns out that's very important. How far into the future shall we progress? The problem is I've got my periapsis so low down that it's going to be like, oh, actually, you can't. Oh no, you're not. Oh, you can't do that. So I might need to go and do this from the. Ooh, are we really low? Ah, it's the mountains. Help! The thing is, I know we're safe here. Ooh, 0.7. I'm not sure actually. 8 kilometers. Very, very good. Anywhere lower than 8 kilometers, cannot vouch. So let's warp our way up there. I love that whole network. What is this going the other way? We should come and clear this up at some point. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I think I'm just gonna have a stream at some point where we burn the 45 days or something like that, just launching recovery missions. Go and grab a whole bunch, like a whole bunch of debris, those capsules from the recovery missions, from the rescue missions. We'll spend ages designing craft with claws up the front, things that you can just kind of harpoon into other missions and use that to send stuff back to Kerbin. I think this will be something that we need to do. Okay, so I want this facing towards Kerbin. All right, that's basically all we want there. So we can time accelerate until that becomes a thing. It's never going to face towards Kerbin. Wait. Why did no one call me out for this? It's never going to face towards Kerbin because it's tidally locked, right? So this is never going to come round. The best we can do is go into the sunlight and hope that all the other... How did I land last time then? How did I... Ooh, no, chat has not stopped. Hello, how you doing? It has just kind of devolved down into a couple of people talking, but that happens. That happens. Some people are just more chatty than others, you know. Am I just going to put this down somewhere close to them then? Am I just going to be like, okay, you can see stuff here, land. But we got a full-on look landed there. Like, remember when I got so low that we smashed my engine on the floor and I had to restart because of that? That was a landing. That was just a pilot error. Oh, I feel minorly outraged. Minorly outraged. Explode the moon. It's probably an idea. It's probably an idea. Okay, so am I going to end up round this side with connection? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna quick save now. Okay, and then I'm gonna warp round here. And we're gonna see whether I've got radio connection or not. Okay, I appear to have radio connection. So I'm gonna reload and we're gonna set up to land. And we're gonna see if we have radio connection then. Is it cheating? I'm going to manipulate the time-space vector that we find ourselves upon and loop back. Yeah, it's cheating. Okay, let's do that. Okay. As much as I love the green lines, we did need to bring them down just a little bit. And I want to aim up for this, right? I want to see that red line on my maneuver node. Okay, no red lines on this maneuver node. We've got 460 delts. Okay, we'll do it like that then instead. Can we bring this that way? Yeah. I don't know why I want to do it like this, but we're going to do it like this. I want to have my Apple apps at the point of where I burn. So something like that. That looks good. That looks good. Still Rally and BMG gave up on the Celica and now a modern rally car with Red Bull rally livery on it. I don't know what the modern rally car is. Like last time I was into rally, that was like the Subaru Impreza. So yeah, my favourite fruit. Oh, what a question! So for daily eating. Blatantly the apple, right? I absolutely love me an apple. But like, if I'm being fancy, lychee berries, they're really tasty. Pomegranate, passion fruit, these are all really tasty things. But yeah, favourite. As I get older, I find it's harder to pin down favourites, right? And I just end up with this. Well, in this situation, I like this, and in that situation, I like that. Grapes and pineapples are yours. Grapes are a big choice. I'm all about grapes. Pineapples, I actually like more as an addition to like main meals. If I've got like a gammon steak or something like that, I'll slap a bit of pineapple on it. Boom, beautiful, right? Beautiful, as we say around here. Yeah. I mean, I don't think orange is ever going to enter into that list for me. Like, the flavor's alright, but the orange fruit, orange, tangerine, satsuma, you bust out whatever you want to call an orange. I feel it's just a little bit like water bag or nothing, Background noise. I think you guys are hearing stuff. There's just me in the flat. Maybe you can hear this. Maybe you can hear my chair. I don't know. Making me feel like I've got to spin around every now and then, see if there's a ghost behind me. Obviously not, by the way. Like, obviously not. Describe these background noises to me. You're just making me paranoid. It was a door. Maybe. I do live in... Well, I'm staying in a block of 4 flats. 4 flats. Say that properly. Not 4 floor flats. You hear only you. They must have all the windows open. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Also, hello, Shredder. How you doing, buddy? This mission, as classic, I was supposed to have had done in the first 20 minutes. So far, we've suffered a pilot error... couple of communication breakdowns, a whole bunch of things that really shouldn't have gone wrong. The thing that really annoys me is on one of them, the pilot error, I got my ship right next to the Kerbal that I'm going to pick up, and I pressed prograde rather than retrograde and ended up slamming into the floor too hard, right? Which meant I had control the whole way down. And now, for some reason, my radio communication network is not good enough. I flew the exact same mission on the exact same profile, and I didn't get the same communication network. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Only driving me a little crazy. Just a little. I'm going to go up. And I'm also going to clear my throat, if you'll excuse me. Oh, the toggle navball key is the same as my mute key. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's put that up there. All right, an enemy. Here we come. Okay, so far so good with the. Okay, so this is speaking to me as well. That's good. I was a little bit worried that the only one I'm gonna have speaking to me is this one over here, and as we get closer. The path of occultation happens. Yeah. Okay, now I'm worried that in my fall down here, Monarch is going to disappear. I'm really worried about this, guys. I'm really worried about this. We're just going to get there, though. We're just going to get there, and then we're going to wait for a moment of good... Like, look how strong the signal is. Look how strong the signal is. This will be fine. Absolutely fine. Again, watching Delta V versus amount of fuel that I've got left. Sorry, the speed I'm going versus the Delta V of the fuel that I've got left. So I think what I'm going to do is just point this halfway between slowing down and pushing myself further, not further forwards, but giving myself more loft. We're just going to burn this fuel off here. Yeah, nice. Let's bring it back a little more now. There we go. That's my burn through. That's good. Gonna drop. I don't want to quick save. This is not the point to quick save. If we lose radio communication now, I'm done for. Really start thinking about dinner. What will you be thinking about having for dinner? I had fajitas. They're a very quick and easy to make meal. Chop everything up, fry it up, put some spice on it, and slap it in some bread. Boom. Job done. Job's a good one. Now, is this going to work? Yeah, we're good. Travelling a little bit faster than I would have liked. But I think I'll take it. Nearly 2,000 delts in the tank. Pretty close to the surface. I don't know how long it's going to take us to slow down. Not too long, thankfully. Okay, now we just got to try and, like, gentle touchdown, right? Connection's still good. We're about to lose the debris over there. Boom, nice. Okay, getting to the point where we can actually just slow down. Less than, well, I mean, just over a kilometre to walk. That's not too bad. I have definitely done worse. Okay, we want to come in for a nice, gentle touchdown. Somewhere about 3 meters per second I like to aim for. Most of the parts that I put on spaceship can actually take more than that. But, oh, no! You fool! You fool! Press the wrong button. I'm also noticing that I can't tell where the floor is. Instruments only, it turns out. Okay, there we go. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Okay. We're gonna put this into hibernation. We're gonna switch over. Here's some wonderful robot design, and here's an enemy. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Has our craft blown up? That one, single seat. Totally expecting things to explode. Save. Good shout. Good shout. Chicken and pasta tortellini and a cheese sauce. Wow. Yeah, that's food. I am impressed with your food. Okay, are we going to be able to keep an eye on this? 1.9. Half of 1.9 is 0.95, right? Yeah. I want to stop accelerating forwards before 0.95. What was my distance? 0.2? 1.2? Something like that? I need to know at what point to start slowing down. I think it was like 400. Okay, we're going to slow down. No, we've got to slow it down too fast. Now we're going to slow down. Desperately afraid of running out of fuel. This is not the time to do that. Okay, the robo-rescue is almost a perfect job. We just got to wait and find out. Woo-wee. Is there anything we need to take back home with us? I don't think there is anything we actually need. Aim camera. Board that. Okay. Quick save as we're here. A quick save as we are here. Are we going to lose communications with anything? Have we already lost communication? We got a Kerbal on board. We're fine. 3, 2, 1. Look at the wait a minute. What is this? I may have put them a little bit too low down. I don't know. Thankfully, we're controlling by the power of the probe here. Don't really have to worry about it. 3, 2, 1, go! And I'm going to go east. Oh. Or I could leave my SAS on the wrong controls and we end up going whatever direction it ends up throwing us in. I mean, that sounds fun, right? Sounds fun enough to me. Is this going to be able to get us home? That's the question. I thought it would do, and now I'm not so sure. I kind of want to be up here somewhere. Oh, man. Look at our fuel reserves. I am worries. Control locked. Control locked. All right, I suppose you're not actually a pilot, and we just got a cheap bit of technology, and we can't talk to the Kerbal Space Center. All right, I'll let you off for now. Let's warp here instead. Do we have control now? Can I talk? Can I talk? Because I feel like what I want to do is burn just a little bit up as we're going. And then this should now Just flying by the seat of my pants. Get me back to Kerbin. Something like that. I've got a re-encounter. I mean, that's all right, but that's not quite what I want. I'm gonna wait until I'm here. Do I keep going? No. What is all this stuff? Wait, there's too much. Get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. Add the maneuver. Still cannot. Okay. I kind of wanted to know what would happen if I set a maneuver there. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is accelerate into the future. Get back to viewing the right craft. Wow, what is this? Elu, the sun, moho. No, notice it was the sun, not Kerbal. Very, very disappointing. Anybody else noticing that we're not able to select my craft? Like, what? Huh? Sorry, what? Why can't I select my craft? Can we look at no, we're now looking at Kerbin. What is this? Game broke. Literally unplayable. Oh my god. Actually, might be a little bit unplayable. Okay, well we're just gonna have to focus on the moon. No, I want to focus on Kerbin actually. The reason being, so I can see where my periapsis is. If I start burning this way, no, I feel like that's not right. Let's go down here and start burning this way. I didn't pick up my parachute. We're gonna have to drop Bill off. Lousy stream? Lousy stream? Okay, where are we going to hook up with? Can we hook up with? Here's a question. Can we even? I did save on the surface, right? So if this doesn't go well, we can go back and pick up my parachute. 73. I mean, I don't know how far we're going to push this. 50? Does 50 sound right? Do we want to go even further? 40? Let's try 40. What could go wrong, yo? What could go wrong? Okay, we're coming in pretty heavy and hot. Yeah, look where the parachute's supposed to be. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. If I can land on 200 meters per second, then we're onto a winner. But I don't think we can. So maybe not. Trajectories is like, yes, we're just going to stop when we get into the atmosphere. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. I know we don't have predictions here on YouTube, but predictions, please, people. Do we think an enemy is going to survive the plasma ball? Not so much re-entry in its entirety. I don't think we're going to land. But do you think we're going to survive atmospheric entry? Well, I was expecting a little bit better than that, if I was to be honest with you. Well, it's not the worst thing that I've ever seen happen. Oh, we're losing solar panels. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I really thought there'd be a bit more protection there. Just a little bit. Look at there's no plasma getting to him here. Maybe it's transfer from the solar panel. So the thing I noticed, the thing that I looked up and had a look at, was the fact that we died at like 56 kilometers. So we'll bear that in mind and we won't re-enter any lower than that. It's going to take a long time to burn that fuel off. to burn that speed off. Wonder what happens if I do this. Because we are very light, right? We're a small craft. So maybe... Nah, not quite. Not quite. Maybe if I'd done it earlier on. But nothing interesting is going to happen from this, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we'd stop and get some explosions, or maybe burn up in the... maybe burn up in the actual heat here, but no, it's not happened. It's not happened. So I'm going to hit reload at this point. You dingle dangle. Yeah, I will bow my head and go, okay, you got me. You got me. Okay, so the question I have got right now is, does an enemy get a jetpack refuel when they have got back into the single seat? All right, so if I now go and put those out of my reach so I don't play with them, you leave seat. No, I did not get a jetpack refuel. It's kind of sad. It's very sad. Oh, I do not want to have to walk 3.8 kilometers to go get my my parachute. What do we have that we can use? Nothing here. I want the other car. Where's the other car? Breakdown service? No. Like we've got. Like why can't I use Mun Lift? Or this one? One of these two? Mun Lift is where I want to be. Can we go in here? Because if I can get Mun Lift to move, we can put the tiny seat on it. Let's switch to that. Oh, this one will do, actually. This one will do. No control, because nothing has control at the moment. Parachute! This is it! This is what we're looking for. Oh, why have you broken this? Why? Look at this. What is this? This is not how we left this. This is not how we left this at all. But it looks like we are done for when it comes for connection. So I guess we're just going to wait around a little bit. Because this... Okay, so my plan was going to be drive one of these two, probably this one, in fact, over to an enemy, grab the seat off of the craft that we've brought back with us, and land that over here. Why? I'm not sure why we don't have connection here. More importantly, why is... There we go. Bam. What's happened here? Let's go to the tracking station and come back. No, we have these missions occasionally where things just one after the other fail to work the way that we wanted them to. That's cool. That's just the part and parcel of playing a game as complex as this. What I'm mostly interested in is, why did my Mun Lift there load in so funny? Like, ew. I'm hoping just going in and out like this is going to fix it. That's my plan. If this one doesn't work, then we'll have to figure something else out. Like I say, we'll take the big wheeled one and use that. Okay, low. Ah, man, it's even worse. Look at that. It's even worse now. Can we... I mean, that's fun, but that's really not what we want. Okay, switching over to this guy. Hi, how's it going? We want to go... Where are you? Where are you? Set as target. That's backwards. Alright. Nice. There we go. That's where we're going. It's going to take a... What was that? Alright, we got to keep an eye on our electric charge, because if we completely run out before we get there, we will have to stop. Give up, abandon hope. No, I will never. Man, if that's the attitude I take with me through life, I might as well give up on my uni degree right now. There will always be things that go wrong in whatever it is that you want to set out to do. Always. It's down to you to just look those things that go wrong in the eye and be like, nah, whatever, mate. I'm going to just get on with it. Thank you for bringing this new thing to my attention, but I'm going to carry on now. I mean, that's the attitude I try to bring to life. Sometimes it really does get a little bit too much. Okay, do you reckon we can do this at ×2 without destroying stuff? Yes. We just tap every now and then, bring ourselves back up to 12 meters. Yep, 12 meters per second. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're totally gonna make this work. At double speed, I can just let it roll like this. That's cool. At triple speed, I think triple speed is where we're starting to get to a little bit of the weird floating point precision errors. I do know that if we went all the way up to ×4, that one. If we get all the way up to ×4, that's where things go wrong. In great big experience coming through to tell me here, pretty much whenever we hit the ×4 acceleration, things tend to go very, very, very wrong. That one, we need to know where that is as well. That's where we're going back to. So, current plan as it stands, we are taking this old broken down rover, we are taking it back to my engineer, who will rip off the control seat from the rescue craft, pop it on top of this one, yeah, and then we're going to drive this back for the parachute, pick up the parachute, drive back again, because that's all we can actually do, and then take off, and try and get an enemy back home without blowing them up in the atmosphere this time. Which means we're going to have a slow and laborious set of re-entry passes. That's normally what happens there. But, you know, we're coming back with a weird mean. Another rally update, now using the totally not Lanica Santos. And I know why WD World Rally cars are a thing of the past. Also bent the steering, so I'm having a hard time going. I mean, but bending your steering, that's kind of fatal to most cars. Fatal might be a little strong, but it's definitely like one of those guys hobbling around mortally wounded with his leg hanging off, being like, no, I'm fine, 'tis but a flesh wound. Okay. Now, the real question is, can we slow down in time? Like, if I just hit my brakes, I mean, we're not slowing down very fast, are we? We've got 200 meters. Now, if I press backwards on the wheel, that's even more. Okay, there is an enemy. Oh, rear-wheel drive. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder... Oh, no, an enemy can't extract the science. So I was going to be like, I wonder if we can go around and do some science with this science machine. But, no, probably not. Can you... Settle down there. Settle down, yo. Not this one. Not this one. Not that one. How are we back here? Where's an enemy? Cereal. Maybe we'll go the other way, see if that's any better. There. Go. I don't know why, but going the other way was better. Can I just put this... Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to go up. We're going to reset the camera, because that's obviously something... What? Why do we need to reset camera? Okay, and we've got to make sure we are controlling from here. Okay, alright, yes, we're good, yo, we are good. I've got to be honest, I'm now worried about putting this chair back on straight enough to be flyable. But, yeah, we'll figure it out, it's fine, no problem. Do you have the inflatable airlock? Good question, I assume so? I assume so. Let's put this back up to ×2. We'll just roll. We could go look. We could go look. I mean, I'm gonna do this journey first, though. I'm gonna do this journey first. But yeah, we could totally go look for. Well, what speed do you think we're in danger of going too fast? If we were on Kerbin, I'd totally be like 20 meters per second. Don't go faster than that, else you'll blow your wheels up. But I don't know about this one. I don't know about on the moon. Especially as I'm just like freewheeling. I've got no controls held. I've got nothing. Yeah, let's try and slow down a little bit if we can. Going uphill, that will help. Let's slow down whilst we're going uphill. That's like double the slowdown power, right? Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just worried about it getting out of hand. I have several times now chose to drive a long way across Kerbin. And man, you start to fear high speed. You're like, no, don't do it. You'll blow up my craft. The high dragon heat resilience makes them perfect for re-entry. I mean, this is true. What I actually want to work on, and this is just something to work on, it's not like actually going to be useful, is like a little single Kerbal return unit for your various space stations and stuff. Something that's literally a heat shield, a command seat, and some solid boosters, right? So you fire the solid boosters to slow you down enough to get you into the atmosphere, and then the heat shield actually does the proper slowing you down job. I would love for that to be a thing in my technological grasp. Which, you know, it shouldn't be that hard. It should not be that hard at all. All right, 600 meters to go. It was about 200 that I started panicking last time, so I think we should be fine. This personal parachute should actually be amongst a whole bunch of debris, but it's not. I don't know what happened to the rest of the craft that got blown up here. I assume that like parts of it are just kind of scattered around. Your comment got ignored. Oh, because you don't have astronauts, you can't do rescue missions. I mean, that is a shame, but you can like strand a robot and go rescue a robot, right? Honestly, I don't know what the build mechanics are like in Spaceflight Simulator. You know, when you build, you know, can you build craft, or are you just like, I am launching an Orion on top of an SLS? You know, is there how much customization is there to it? Spinning spot. Oop. Okay, leave the seat. No, let's get the Kerbal and leave the seat. That was quite the gymnastics there, that they just kind of landed on their feet and was like, yes. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You can use blueprints. I mean, awesome. Do the blueprints. Yeah, what can you do to the blueprints? There's infinite build there. Okay, I mean, this is cool. This is cool. So can I just put whatever craft I want together? Can I use like Vulcan tanks with the RL-10s and just like throw stuff together? Right, what's the one I want? That one. Single seat. Let's go. Oh, turn brakes off. Let's go. I'm facing the wrong way again. I keep doing this. This craft feels like it's built the wrong way around to me. Oh, look at that drift. Oh, hype. So basically, I could put wherever I want to go. Okay, that's cool. That is very cool, yo. Very, very cool. I like games that give me the opportunity to, you know, build stuff that doesn't already exist in the world. Look how unaligned that one is. Look at that. What's happened there? It's been absolutely... I bet that was me. Will you make a stream of Spaceflight Sim? I don't know. I can't make any promises, though it does sound interesting. Okay, we're going too fast now. What was I just saying about 20 meters per second? Okay, I don't know whether we're going to pick up much speed just drifting like this. I mean, I do know that it was mostly downhill coming the other way, so we should not really worry too much about it going that way, right? Like If we're worrying about going too fast coming back, then we shouldn't really have to worry about going too fast going there, because the way slopes work, right? Is that a thing? I hope that's a thing. Yeah, I would totally have to look at the game a little bit more closely. I haven't. I'll be honest. When I leave my stream, almost everything that I have said and done in stream leaves me like the ghost of Christmas past. Right? The dawn breaks and I'm like new life. Astronauts are said to be coming in December. Well, they're still actively developing it. I was not aware. I thought it was a done project, Space Flight Simulator. I mean, astronauts are cool. I can't think of much cooler than an astronaut, to be honest. The inside of James Webb. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder how far you have to travel away from James Webb to find, like, how are there colder labs on Earth than James Webb? Yeah, there almost definitely are. What temperature did they cool James Webb down to? Like 4 Kelvin, something like that? I don't know the exact temperature. I do not know. It's probably something I should know, given that I talk about it, but the reason I ask is because do you know that like space has a background temperature? Because of things that happened at the beginning of the universe, there's like just this radiation that's just a bit everywhere, and because of that, you could say that the universe has a temperature of like 2.5 Kelvin. Because there's this stuff everywhere that will warm you up to 2.5 Kelvin, which means if you want to try and get warm stuff down, no, cool stuff down lower than that 2.5 Kelvin, you got to shield yourself from everything that's out and around, which is not the easiest task. Okay, speaking of not the easiest task, let's see what we can do with this. I definitely need to bring my a whole bunch of new engineers down here. Oh, no. To come along and just like have almost a scrapyard challenge, right? Where you, I love that little dismount they got there. Where you spend some time with a whole bunch of these busted rovers and then try and put together a vehicle that can do a certain thing. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I need to get some like proper good Kerbal players together to try it though. Not that way. That way. Does this look central to you guys? Oh wait, I can click this. Snap. Like that? Oh, I don't know, because the Kerbal head is the heavy bit, right? So, is it going to be... Do I want to put it there, or do I want to... pop it here? Okay, I'm gonna take that as good. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we could try and take some nose cones off and put them on top and stuff, but I think we're okay for now. I've got my parachute, which means I can totally jump off when this thing has slowed me down enough. So, let's do it. Okay, wildly inefficient plan 2. It's ready. Oh, look, we're not quite central. Probably means we're going to have to go higher than 50 kilometers to slow down. Okay, we're going to try it anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. Just going to burn up that way, and then something like this. And maybe a little bit north. No, maybe not, actually. A little bit south. Oh, no! No, we should just look sideways. We should just look sideways. I'm trying to line myself up with the equator, but obviously it's a bit tough when you're this high up from the equator. Where is this one equatorial? I think this is equatorial. So we're going to see what we can do as we do this. Can I still not? No, I still cannot put maneuver nodes down. That's fine. That's fine. Complete the rally course. No rear wing. Broken chassis. Destroyed skid plate. And bent rear wheel. Okay. I mean, you did it. Ah! All right, we're gonna drift closer. Just a little bit closer. Think we're good now, and go. Waiting for that to actually pick up. Okay, I'm not going to do an orbital correction. Like, I'm not going to do an inclination change here. I'm just going to blast my way out. Just going to blast my way out. Possibly even further around this way. Call him James Norts because that's your name. It's a good shout. I always like to build a lot of familiarity with like the things in game that I'm trying to save. I care more then. When do I think KSP2 is coming out? It's going to be just before my end of year exams next year. Just because that would be the worst. Oh hey. Oh that's totally not the entry you want. I bet if we had caught that right, we could have got ourselves doing another gravity assist. Next century. I'm hoping before next century. I'd really like... So they claim next year, right? They're claiming that next year is the year. Okay, so as I say, 56 blew us up last time. So I'm gonna go down to 60, and we're just gonna see what's up, yo. We're just gonna see what's up. This is probably gonna take a fair few turns to get us to slow down enough. But then Bill's just gonna jump out. It's not Bill, it's an enemy. Just gonna jump out and use their parachute to bring themselves home. All of this from moon orbit. So I mean, this is good. This is good. I am going to go. Hey, from here, warp here. Let's watch and see what's going on. Bye bye moon. I would rather it take its time than end up being rushed and incomplete. Yeah, I mean, totally. If you know, if they turned round and went, surprise, we've been working on N-body dynamics, like, I think everybody would be like, oh my gosh, proper gravity, alright? Am I going to try and slow myself down, or am I going to wait till I'm in the atmosphere? Because really, like, most of the base work for Kerbal has been done already, right? Like making the first game did a lot of like the design process. Oh my gosh, I am going in too hot. Do I slow myself down? I can only lose half of it, 200 to about 2.5. I think I'll be alright for now. There may come a point where I do start slowing myself down, but right now I think we're okay. I'm even tempted to like face up like this and just be like, give me all that drag. I like this tasty drag, please. Alright, maybe I don't like this tasty drag. Did anybody even see... Where was the... Where was the temperature overlay? Oh! Oh! Feeling a bunch of emotions I don't like expressing on stream. Ooh! Let's have a squeaky door, hey? Oh, that's... Yeah. Alright. Well, alright. Where's his parachute then? Back here somewhere? Not you. Not you. Not you. It's in amongst this lot somewhere. There, personal parachute. You guys see it? I see it. Personal parachute. Set as target. We're gonna do a little hop. Wish me luck. Upwards, right? Yeah. We're just gonna point roughly like this. Boom. Is that gonna make it? It's not gonna make it. Okay, that'll make it. The comedy, I know, that was not lost on me. I did appreciate how I was like, hey, look, this will be fine. But also, oh, that was a bit annoying. Hopefully we can just do this in a single jump and be happy, right? That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, every time a small inconvenience happens, we find a new way of doing it just a little bit more efficiently. We kind of want to... There we go, much better. Noob. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Coming in for a beautiful little landing. I'm just going to pick up my parachute, make a save, and get out of here. I'm not even sure if I am going to make a save. Can't tell where the floor is. This engine does not make enough of an engine plume to know. Am I on the floor? Is this it? Is this the floor? Can anybody tell? Okay, let's just lay this down so everybody's safe. Let's get out. Leave the seat. Don't break those solar panels. Yeah. Alright, where's the goods? Where's the goods, man? Wait, where are the goods? Did anybody else just see them and now they're gone? Is that it over there? Yes, yes it is. How far away can I pick it up from? Turns out 70 is not. You have a Lego town. That's great. Wish I had a Lego town. Had to have a bath. Good choice. Good choice. Hygiene, especially during these hot times, are what it's all about right now. Okay, great. Bam. Let's get out of here. It's a long old walk. Where's my command seat? There, external command seat. Go, go, go. Moving at 1.3 meters per second. I wonder whether that rover has any fuel on it. I do wonder. Control from here. Okay, cool. Here we go. Many attempts later. Go. Okay, hopefully I'm going to make it out of the canyon here. New player uninstall. I mean, I don't blame you. Don't blame you. We're making it over that? Yeah, nice, nice. I think we're about to go... Oh, what do you mean time warp stopped? How dare you? Ah, we're too low down. That's why we're too low down. All right, that's fine, I guess. I was going for an efficient burn, so yeah, all right, I get it. Because just like I was talking about with the takeoff from Kerbal, if I go sideways more than upwards, it's much more efficient. Much more efficient. I'd really like to warp here though. We are just too low down. Just too low down. Is that Juna? Hello, Juna. We're going to come visit you soon. Jeb is still around Juna. We need to deal with him at some point. I'm not a fan of Jeb, if you guys were wondering. Not a fan of Jeb. Okay, how about now? Yeah, there we go. We can time warp now. Great. How dare you? I mean, what has Jeb ever done for you that Valentina couldn't have done? That Bill and Bob probably could have done. You know? I mean, what has Jeb actually done? Gotta remember to turn this off every time I do it. That is like flashingly good. Okay, are we off? We're out. I think we're gonna make it. Where does this then end up putting us? Why can't I see the next one? So we come in here, we go around. Does that speed me up? I think that speeds me back. Oh, it does. Oh, it speed. No, we don't want the one that speeds us up. If I keep pushing, no, we can't get to the one that slowed us down. That's a little unfortunate. Indigo Voyage, ready to go. It's there, yo. It is there. Okay, bring this down somewhere about atmospheric height. I don't know. Now it looks like it's twisting rather than dropping me. So if I had a maneuver over here, but I can't. All right, well, we're just going to warp there then. I don't care anymore. We're just going to rip off and do things by the seat of more pants. We're not going to plan anything out. Nothing gets planned now. Plans are just opportunities for failure. If you don't say what you're going to do, you can't go wrong, right? Okay, I'm worried about the amount of fuel I've got left. I am super worried. Obviously, we burnt about 200 delt just going to get that parachute. 75. Woo. Do we just do this many? Yeah, okay. We're gonna do 3 loops, 3 orbits. Who has science questions out there for 3 orbits? Because that's many orbit. That is many orbit. Whoop whoop. I mean, what science questions do I have? What do I want to know about the universe out there? Ooh. I'm not sure if it's so much the universe I want to know about, but more like how we're going to meet some of the engineering challenges that come up in the future. You know, that's definitely what I want to know. You know, we got growing energy needs, whereas the problem is we're putting too much energy into the system. So how are we going to deal with that particular bit of tension that we've got going there? You know, even as things, technology, transportation, whatever, gets more efficient, we need more and more of it. So there's this like, how low are we going down? 65, right? 65. Explode all Kerbals. No, please, Wise. I'm trying not to explode my Kerbals. Like, does an enemy have a temperature gauge on them? Because is that something I can even look at? Wait, is it F11? Aha! Temperature overlay. So, why is my Kerbal so hot? I mean, just the way they were born, right? Built different. But why are we not... Why is my engine cooler than the rest? What is going on there? I don't understand why that's the case. I suppose the temperature is like percentage of what it can take. Is that how that works? I don't know. I literally have no idea. More importantly, why didn't the solar panel explode before the Kerbal did? That's a question that I have. There is a question I have. I'm going to go to surface rather than orbit, because surface is relative to the planet as opposed to orbit, which is relative to the universe, the backgroundness. Okay, we're doing okay. We've not exploded yet, and we're just about to leave the atmosphere. All right, that's good. What happened to our orbit? Did it actually come down a bit? A bit. Whee. I mean, I suppose we are killing the days, so that's good. We are back down and ready to get back into the atmosphere here. We are hot. Maybe I'm not reading this temperature overlay right. Maybe red is fine. Maybe red is comfortable. I actually don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. Red's never comfortable. Why is this like this? Is it the moment that we hit the atmosphere, suddenly we're wicking away some of the temperature? You know, diffusion and radiation and stuff like that. I don't know what heat systems what heat model they're using here, right? Is there convection? Is there conduction? Is there I know there's not radiation. I'm fairly sure of that. But things get hot. Like what is happening to make this hot? And how is it cooling back down? Because if it wasn't cooling back down, it would just get infinitely hot, right? Infinitely hot. And the craft don't get infinitely hot as we drop through the atmosphere. You know, it doesn't just go up and up and up. It goes up and then goes back down again afterwards. So what is that back down again afterwards system? Is there even a page on the wiki that lets me know that? That's the real question there. We have passed periapsis again. What I should be doing is watching these numbers down here. 7.3 million meters. We're expecting it to come down to this blue line. Is that what I'm being told here? I think that's what we are being told here. I do have a bunch of fuel to burn off at some point, but I want to shed all this top speed as well as I can before I start bringing this down, because the lower ones are actually the harder ones to get rid of. Kerbal magic is the answer. There's no such thing as magic in the world, though. Wait, why is this going up? Wait a minute. Why is that going up? What? What? I think we got some Kraken drive on the go. Let's warp over there and see what happens. Okay, so it goes fine when we're on rails. All right, I'm worried. I'm worried, guys. I am worried. Let's press the F11. There's almost definitely not that. Look, it's going up again. It's going up again. Okay. That's not what we want. What happens if we turn around this way? We don't want to go through the atmosphere like that. But what happens? No, it's still going up. It's still going up. Okay, so maybe we're going to call that one Kerbal magic. But no, as a scientist and some people someone who's been meeting engineers and stuff like that, there is no magic in the world. Whenever you find something you're like, oh, that's crazy, that's just absolute wizard fluff. Just go and talk to someone who knows how it works. They'll sit down and explain it to you in quite simple details. Because almost everything is quite simple details when you get down to it. Just a lot of them laid up on top of each other. Okay. Have people been watching the Smarter Everyday Kodak series that he's been putting on? I've been finding it very interesting. Not so much like the science of the photography, because that's good. But the actual process of how you get all the things and the emotion, it's great. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it a lot. Magic is just science that we don't understand. I mean, that's a good phrase, but yeah, point to it. Show me. Point to it and show me. Okay, 65. We are definitely bringing ourselves in more. Definitely coming in harder. Someone's rushing up to meet it now. Are we out of the atmosphere yet? Are we out of the atmosphere yet? Not quite. Not quite. I might just rush us through these last few kilometers so I can then rush us through warping around. Oh, it's always watching how slow you get up at the apoapsis. Did you know that if you took regular time intervals, say an hour, you took an hour of the orbit up there and an hour of the orbit down here, the triangle that it would make would be the same area? It's one of Kepler's laws. He made it sound much more complicated than that. But what is it? Orbits of equal time periods sweep the similar area, so something, I don't know. When I heard it, I was like, can I just reword this? Can we make this a little bit easier to understand, please? That's not atmosphere. Now we're in the atmosphere. All right, cool. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm gonna burn my fuel. I'm really scared about how low my periapsis is gonna get, but it's time. It's time to make this actually get down and into the atmosphere. So what we got here? 3 orbits. Okay, I can deal with 3 orbits. What I can't deal with, though, I mean, I suppose I can. I'm gonna have to. But what I can't deal with is this going up. Oh, it's going down. All right, great. I keep seeing the Kodak videos in my recommended, but it keeps turning up next to other things you want to watch, and I keep forgetting to go back. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's how YouTube works at the moment, right? I thank you all for seeing my stream video or whatever there next to all the other stuff and deciding to click on my silly face. Thanks, guys. I have no idea how much I really like that bit in particular. I appreciate that so much. I know what it's like. Like I sit there on a bunch of YouTube video, like on the recommended page or whatever, and there'll be like small creators that I'm watching, and I'm like, yeah, I like to follow these guys, and then there'll be some other stuff that I want to watch next to it, and I'm like, you know, so yeah, I totally know. Like, thanks, thanks. Let's get down to the 60-kilometer mark here. Okay, we should be just ripping down into the atmosphere, like 64 kilometers into the atmosphere. I am still worried about how hot this is for an enemy here. Maybe what we should have done is saved the fuel for the final pass through. When did I quick save it? And then I could have got through the hot stage, right? So it would be coming through at like 2.5 kilometers per second or whatever. But down in the thick atmosphere, and then I could have slowed myself down at the high friction point rather than... okay, well, we'll remember that for the future, right? We'll remember that for the future. Apoapsis is still going down nicely. It's going to take a while, though. It's going to take a while. Periapsis also going down, but because of the way that orbits work, because we're at our periapsis, that's the bit that we affect the least. 69, 70. All right, cool. Let's go again. Let's go again. I wonder if there is a material that kind of only lets heat go one way through it, right? Like a diode for temperature, if you will. Because there are materials that will only let certain phenomena... Oh, look, Kerbal Space Center. Certain phenomena through it. You might have heard of a diode that only lets charge go through in one way rather than the other. I wonder if there's something similar. You know, there's like sound baffles that only let sound go through one way or the other. We've got one-way mirrors, right? These are all things. So is there a one-way mirror for heat? So what I'm wondering is whether we could make a box out of that material that gets actively colder inside than out. I think it was Action Lab was talking about colder than ambient paint, but it was like 2 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. You know, it was minuscule. You could do it with a tech. I'm not sure what a tech is, but cool. But use electricity to move heat from one side to the other. Okay, I bet that's just a thermocouple. So the thermocouple, we did it with bits of wire. I can't remember what it was, like bronze and copper or something like that. Maybe zinc and copper. I don't know. But we put the two together, and then temperature change raises and lowers the resistance. Thermoelectric converter. Okay, yeah. Of the junction between the two metals, right? So there's electrons being passed back and forth, and the colder it is, the easier it is for that to happen. Maybe the other way around, the colder it is, the harder it is for that to happen. But the point is that there's a change, and that's the whole idea of the thermocouple, how things get hot and cold. But interestingly, it works in reverse as well. Right? You pump power and temperature changes, which is cool. There's a Peltier module, I believe it's called, is one of those. I don't know how a Peltier works, though. I've only seen them from the outside. Same concept, much larger scale. Okay, yeah. The only reason I know what a thermocouple was because we were doing it in physics lab last year. It's quite interesting, like pouring Liquid nitrogen. Man, it's been going on for a while now. I'm full of ums. The only reason I know it is because we were doing it in lab, and pouring liquid nitrogen over everything is always fun. It's always fun. I got a feeling this is going to end up in the death of my Kerbal here. I'm trying to think about how we're going to get through the plasma heating, coming through at like this speed. Look at that red X move. It doesn't know where we're gonna end up next time, does it? Oh, we're definitely going around the orbit again by the looks of it. And the big shames. Okay, we out yet? Are we out yet? Nearly. Look, we could return to the moon. That'd be fun. What have we got? Look, that low G science craft. Always there somewhere. I'm starting to think of it as my spirit animal, right? How much speed can we shed without actually killing a Kerbal? That without actually killing my Kerbal is quite the tricky bit. Getting this number down low enough is going to be the real killer, I think. Man, if I blow up, am I going to go back and do this again? This time with the little bit of science that I know to make it better. Maybe. Maybe. Whoop. Big time warps around. I'm a little disappointed in trajectories. The fact that it keeps on shifting more and more into the future with when we're actually going to deorbit. Maybe it's because I'm using ×4. I don't think so, though. I think it's just expecting me to be a much larger craft than I actually am. Have you saved recently? No, and I'm not, because what could I possibly do from this point that's not actually better done from the surface of the moon? So whilst I very much do thank you for the save prompt, like normally I'd be all over it, right now I think it would be a mistake to save. Because we can't even save this person. Yeah. Like if it goes wrong, I mean, I suppose I could launch a mission out that would come and intercept them before they go for the next plunge. I mean, that would be quite the mission, right? You know, they would launch a space plane from the KFC and just come and snatch this. I don't have the cargo parts for it, but oh mate, that would be a mission. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I need to spend some time with the mission builder in Kerbal. It's something that I used to play with. Oh come on, what is this? It's something that I used to play with a fair amount. I had a whole little mission sequence going. Agent 00K, where we would send him around to do various things, like build little craft together like this, or make a transfer from station to other orbital craft, but using the jetpack only. It taught you how to do that. What other crazy? How to build a submarine. Yeah, I might have to get back into that. Not during my career mode streams, because I really love doing this. I am very fond of the Kerbal career game. Even when we're stuck in situations like this where we're like, oh, you know what, let's just wait and see. What can I do to increase my drag that doesn't threaten my Kerbal's life? Unfortunately, everything threatens my Kerbal's life. So I am not entirely sure what I can do about this. According to trajectories, look, we should slow down during this pass. I think it lies. I think it lies. We're going to watch here. We're going to turn the bright red light off. We're going to watch here. We're going to watch this number. And we're going to watch it in real time because does that make any difference? Who knows? We're going to make our way down to 63 kilometers on the marker here. Ooh, what's that going up and down? What is this? What is going on? Because I'm on the height of the land. Maybe that's got something to do with new player. I do know how to increase drag. It just kills my Kerbal as well. I would, yeah. I wonder whether that was why my my apoapsis was going up and down as well. That might explain that actually. That might explain that. So we've lost nearly 100k off the apoapsis. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I feel like doing it in real time actually lost us more height than if we went through at time accelerate. I mean, this could just be a little confirmation bias that I've had going off in my life. I don't know if you guys play many simulation games like Oxygen Not Included or whatever. But I've often thought that when you speed up the game, it doesn't actually do as many calculations and you don't earn as much money or whatever. Like think SimCity, right? If you go through at Rhino speed, are you really getting the same tax returns as when you go through at normal speed? I don't know. I always feel like it's not, but that I feel might just be confirmation bias. So how do we find these things out? Well, we got to set up a bunch of tests, set of scenarios, right? What is my current height? 65. I was wondering whether I could just turn sideways and increase my drag, but actually, no, probably not. Last time we were at 65 and I turned sideways, I was talking about how I was expecting the drag to cut in, and then suddenly my Kerbal was dead. And we're not trying to kill Kerbals today, if we can avoid it. Though this is going to take forever just to end up killing my Kerbal in the heat. I'm really annoyed that is actually what's going to happen. I know, I can feel it in my bladder. Like, where else would I feel that? And then speed. I am speed. Well, I am time accelerate, I should say. Okay. Back into the atmosphere. What could go wrong? So we went from 4 point something. Well, we're down to 3.7. Let's see how far we go with this particular one. It'd be nice if we had something like a parachute. So something that was actually more designed for the super high atmosphere, the real tenuous stuff. You know, I've heard of magnetic tethers being something that probes can use occasionally. Not in game, but in real life. So say that you're a spacecraft and you're on your way to Jupiter, right? You're coming in at ridiculous speeds because Jupiter's big, it's got a big gravity well, you're rolling down the side of that gravity well and you're getting faster the whole time, right? So you want to slow yourself down, but you don't want to burn off all this fuel because that's super wasteful, really expensive, it's hard to do. There's a bunch of reasons why you don't just want to light an explosion under your rocket. But so Jupiter's got this huge magnetic sphere, right? It's got magnetism. Let's just stick it with that. So if I was to like drag out this huge copper cable behind me, kilometers long, tens of kilometers long, maybe even 100 kilometers long, it could induce the magnetic field would induce an electric current in the cable, which would then induce a secondary magnetic field that would oppose the first magnetic field, just because of the way Maxwell's laws work. I'm not even going to go into it. But they'll make a secondary magnetic field that in the opposite direction, and they would fight against each other and slow you down whilst heating up the cable. Right? There's always a trade-off somewhere along the line. I think that's a great idea. Why don't we have that in Kerbal? Why don't we have that in Kerbal? Like Kerbal is that like where's my space out? You know, there is my big wish list for Kerbal 2. Dear squad, can we have space elevators? Can I fly in an asteroid to a geostationary position somewhere, mine most of it out to become a long nanocarbon tube filament tether, and just drop that down to the planet that I'm in geostationary orbit around? Could we do that? That would be great. That's exactly what I want. That right there. Like that is the first of many like mega structures that I would like in the game. Now spent 22 minutes watching the Kerbals. Normally I would have ended the stream by now and gone, we're just going to leave this guy doing here. But you know what? We're gonna sit and chat mega structures. So if you've played with water hoses, right? And you know when you turn the pressure of the hose up, it like lifts up the end of the hose. You've seen that, right? Surely you've seen that. And that's because the water inside is like knocking off the let's use a better word there. Bouncing off the inside of the tube, and transferring some momentum, stuff like that, right? Imagine you could do that around a planet. Okay, so have something at a 70-kilometer orbit, 100-kilometer orbit, whatever the thing you want, but have it going just a little bit too fast. Yeah. So as we all know, things that are going in too fast in orbit will start to raise up. So what if you then had a bunch of magnets above it pushing it back down? The magnets would get kicked back up in the same way that your water tube would have, your water hose would have been kicked, right? And if you did that all the way around, the whole way around, this little guy inside would be traveling too fast, trying to push up, with the other thing pushing back down. And the thing that's pushing it back down wouldn't have to be traveling around in orbit. It could just be stationary, all right? And a new one goes past every so often. Boom, 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 boom. All right? And you could have yourself what's called an orbital ring then. The stuff inside is orbiting, but the stuff around the outside isn't. It's just hanging at orbital height. All right. Now, obviously, the thing on the inside, you need to keep giving it like a kick. Like every time you push it back down, you'd actually be slowing it down, and something else would have to speed it back up. But that's fine. We can do that. We can do magnetic accelerators. That is a thing that we can do. Come on, trajectories. Let's get there. Let's do this. And there's loads of things like that if you're willing to believe in the power of material science and engineering, there's loads of stuff that we could just do, right? We build these 50-meter long 4 or 5 ton metal tubes that just fly in the air for us, right? Like, whoever thought that would be a thing? Do you reckon 67 is... I don't want to kill my Kerbal. Drag. Oh, no, wrong one. What happens when I do that? Oh, I'm really scared. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like, imagine that you had a... You love the concept of ring worlds and Dyson spheres. So Dyson spheres are fundamentally unstable, but Dyson swarms are just a thing that we're doing as a society. Right? So Dyson spheres, like imagine a star, put a shell around it and spin it so it like stays up, right? The problem is the moment anything hits the outside, there's a little ding, little micrometeorite, something like that, something the size of the thing that just hit the James Webb Space Telescope, right? And suddenly one side of your sphere is a little bit closer than the other side, things don't cancel out and it all starts crashing down towards the star, which is not good, as I'm sure you can imagine. That's not the best way to do it. But what if instead you just had a bunch of things in orbit around the sun? So many things, in fact, that you couldn't see the star anymore. And that's a Dyson swarm. That's something that is predicted to be quite like a marker of high-tech civilization, because you don't even have to set out to make one. You're just like, we need another solar panel. Let's put another habitat up. Maybe we need somewhere to keep the whales. Let's put one of those up there somewhere. All right. I'm a proponent of taking all our endangered species, building space stations for them, and keeping them up in orbit. Because we're going to kill them down here. Let's be honest. Like, we've already killed like a fifth of the species that we knew about. Something like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. and we just accept it as life at the moment. It's the way. Look at how much it's not dragging down. Look how much of that. Yeah, I'm also a proponent of like DNA vaults, right? You know, so there's this guy Craig Ventnor. He was one of the first to make fully. I don't know whether to use the term fully synthetic life form, but he took a DNA plasmid, fired it at a high rate at a different bacteria that had its nucleus stripped away. So they put a new nucleus in it, and boom, artificial life. Question mark. It's up to you whether you consider that artificial life or not, because obviously like the rest of the cell was there, they just took out the DNA and replaced it with their own. No, yes, I don't know whether that counts as artificial life or not. I would be dubious to give it that title, but at the same time, what else do you call that? I mean, synthetic life I think is my favoured one, because it's not quite, yes, we've made this from nothing, but it's also, hey, we definitely made this, by the way. But anyway, yeah, he was going around in a yacht taking samples of ocean water. He was just going out, throwing a cup over the side. And on this yacht, he had a whole DNA lab set up, and he would just name thousands of new species of bacteria every day, right? Every day. And obviously he was building up a catalogue of genetics and genomes and DNA strands and stuff like that, which is a great idea. Please search up Orion's Arm. It's a sci-fi world-building project made by multiple people. I mean, it sounds great. Totally the type of thing that I'm down for. Let's... Orion's... The problem is, the Orion Arm is actually... part of the Milky Way, so I'm gonna have to go world building, because it would just show me the Orion Arm. Yeah, it has just shown me that. But here's also the Orion's Arm Universe project. All right, I might get involved in that. You never know. I also don't have a lot of time, so you do actually never know. We have slowed down to less than 2.2 kilometers per second. This is good. This is good. I'm still super worried about how fast we're going to be going through the plasma, but 1.7, this is good. Things are going up, things are going down. Yeah, so I mean, I would love to join anything like that. The problem is I've got so many different projects on the go already that I can't really take a new one. Like, I'm supposed to be at some point making a whole sci-fi roleplay campaign. I got loads of ideas. I know exactly what I want to do, but I don't know any decent sci-fi RPG systems. Almost everything that I know uses something like like the Fallout system, where yeah, they've got computers, but everything you could ever do with a computer is under one skill called computing. And I don't know about you, but I use my computer for a lot of things that are just totally not related to each other. And I'm not even a real coder, you know, like. So I find that a bit limiting in most, especially when I'm like, welcome to the year 23,000. Oh yes, roll your computing skill. No, that's rubbish. Roll your database search skill, surely. Yeah. Anyway, I could rant for a while about the failings of sci-fi RPG systems. They are varied and many. The main problem is most people are like, okay, in the future this happens, and then they don't think about all the different things that could come from that. It's like the classic. What's the word I want to? It's like classic D&D when like everyone's a magic user, yet somehow they don't use magic to clear their sewers. Like what? Excuse me. Hey, they're still using an outhouse where you've got an interdimensional portal. Excuse me. What? What's it worth to have a good system? I don't know, mate. I mean, I've been looking into GURPS recently because it's like the most general one, right? And you can like just name skills whatever you want them to be and stuff like that. Yeah, very rarely find anything that's actually playable in a sci-fi campaign. Like, if you want, like, the sci-fi western, you know, like Cowboy Bebop or whatever. Oh, Landstrider's written a system for RPG before because it wasn't what you wanted. Yeah, like, exactly. This is the problem I've been having. There is no decent sci-fi, like even if they do get the computing down, they then don't have, all right, well, what about the computers in your body? Because like we already put computers in our body. In the future, it's just going to be even more so. I think like hearing aids and stuff like that, pacemakers. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we already put in our bodies, and no one making sci-fi campaigns seems to think about that type of thing. Oh look, there's the drag. Oh no, that's what's going to kill me. There's that little red arrow there. That's what's going on. Do you reckon I could set this up? No, that way? Is that going to be better? I don't think it is. I think I'm probably better just facing this way in the Shadowrun Combine. Yeah. I mean, so I've heard of Shadowrun. I've not played any games, unfortunately. Oh, I hope this is true. Look at this. It's like, yeah, come to the Space Center. I don't... Prepare ourselves for what's about to happen, okay? We're going to get down to about 50 meters per second, 50 kilometers up. We're going to be traveling something like 2 kilometers per second, and our Kerbal's just going to die. Because its head hangs over just a little bit too much from the back, I think. I don't know the exact reason. I tried to put this down as central as I could in the VAB. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe I needed to put it further forwards. Because look how far their feet stick forward. I don't know. What I'd really like is some sort of way of maybe pointing your camera down here and seeing what the drag outline is. You know, like look at this. I feel like this should be curving out and round and not hitting my Kerbal. But then fluid dynamics is weird, right? It should be curving out and round and eddying about and definitely hitting my Kerbal. One or the other. I don't know. We're still going down, though. This is good. I've got to stop shaking my camera around so much. But I have noticed that just over there is the KSC. So if we can actually pull off this landing, I will be very, very, very grateful. It's not going to happen. We're going to burn up in the atmosphere. We're going to die. There's the only way that this is going to end from here. It's the only way. I do like the fact that we're going back up, so maybe we're going to be slowing down as we go up and down. I don't know. It would be nice, right? It would be incredibly cool if that was the case. Because we are slowing down. We are definitely slowing down. Is it enough? How slow? We need to be 1,500 meters per second before we hit any serious atmosphere if we want to survive this. If we actually want our Kerbals to be good. I really wish I'd saved my rocket fuel for now. Really wish. Okay, we're kind of topping out at the top of the Apple apps now, maybe 77 is kind of what we're looking at the moment. At some point, these two numbers are going to match. No, that's not how that works. At some point, this number and that number are going to match. And that will be the point where we know whether we're going to die or not. I still feel like we're done for. We're giving it the best slowdown we can. We really are giving it the best slowdown we can. The real trick is going to be when we come through the plasma. If we survive, not that we will do, because I'm going to burn up and die in the atmospheric burn. But if we do make through that, the next trick is going to be trying to pull out of the horrific nosedive that we find ourselves in, so that we can then throw an enemy overboard. That's going to be the hard bit. Okay, we are almost stopped going up. Almost. We want to slow down as much as possible while we are on our way up, because obviously when we come back down, that's when we start building up speed. Super Dude giving me a drum roll. Thank you very much. I'm all about it. There's not much more I can do than what we've already done. Oh, the tension is killing me. Oh no. I want to hit that to get rid of those little weird aerodynamic force overlay. I mean, do we just hold here for a little bit? I'm worried about how hot that's gonna get. But it will enable us to kind of like fly. If I turn that on, do we see any lifting forces? No. I mean, I had literally just turned it off, so I don't know. Go away, little notification. Thank you. Oh man. Oh, I'm tense. I am tense. Even if we do reload, I don't know. Are we going to reload? Yeah, I'm going to reload. We can't leave an enemy here like this. No wise. No, it's not going to be a kaboom. It's going to be fine. Well, actually, what's going to happen? We go, and suddenly an enemy's going to be no more. I think we're back. Oh, here we go. We are at the point that I spoke of, where our apoapsis and our altitude have matched. Okay, that is good. That is good. We're still slowing down. This is also good. This is also good. We're going to end up in the dark. That's not great. But to be honest. Whole thing reminds you of Felix Baumgartner. Oh, if we could get to a dead stop, I would just drop. I'd be like, all right, and now we jump out. Maybe we should do that at some point. Maybe we should do a Kerbal high dive. I'm down. I am down. We definitely still seem to be slowing down. I'm very shocked. I was expecting this number to be going up by now. Expecting it to be going up by now. I'm worried about this phase of the flight. But that phase of the flight keeps on being pushed further away. So, yes, super worried. But should be okay. I can't help but feel like we have actually hit some Kraken drive of some description. And we're just slowly being... We're just slowly flying? Is that even the case? Is that really what's going on here? I don't know. Well, say goodbye to the sun anyway. Oh, look, there's Eve. Minmus. What we got over here? Nothing. Jewel. Elu. Station core alpha debris. Nice that we got debris so far away that we could just keep an eye on. Okay. Still doing all right. We're gonna time warp to double. We're going to time warp to double. I'm going to hold my position and just get a little bit of lift in. I don't know at what point I want to be more worried about it. Obviously, 55 was the point that we blew up last time, but we're going much slower. Still slowing down. Good. I'm going to now point this way and hope that this is good enough. I mean, a spin for safety might be good at some point, but I don't know. Oh, my parachute is already starting to warm up. Okay, spin for safety. This is the way, right? This is the way. What do I do if my parachute actually explodes? For those of you that don't know, if you spin round fast enough, you can actually make it so different things are stopping the heat get through to your Kerbal, and I'm hoping that if I just keep spinning, it happens. The building of heat and dissipating of heat happens in just about equal measure. If we actually lose our parachute, I am gonna I don't know, scream. I'm not sure exactly, but we're now down to 50 kilometers. The heat is starting to break out. I'm a little bit worried about that. I've got to keep this spin rolling. I can see my parachute getting very hot, and I don't want my parachute getting very hot. As I have previously stated, 1,500 meters per second is the speed where this plasma starts to disappear, or at least that is how it has been in the past. If we could keep that going, man, I really am regretting the fact that I burnt off so much fuel earlier on. If we had saved just a little bit, ideally 400 meters per second, but if we had saved just a little bit, we could be pretty safe by now. I am just tapping the button to keep us spinning. Sometimes holding it down for longer, sometimes not. I feel like that it's actually getting harder and harder to spin this bad boy around and round, but we're okay. Still haven't lost the parachute, so the good. So good. 1,800 and a half. We are what I'm going to call halfway there. We'd come in at 2,000. We're trying to get down to 1,500. 8.5 should be roughly... No, 7.5 is roughly halfway. Dang. My maths be good, Joe. What was that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Ripperoonies. I mean, I'm gonna carry on spinning here. We're gonna see what comes out the other end. I mean, we all know what's coming out the other end, but we're gonna see what comes out the other end. Oh, we got so close! And it was totally the backpack that got hot. I wonder if shuffling the seat forwards would do. I wonder if look how long it has taken us to get down to 15.5 though. Alright, so somewhere about here, maybe down to 12 actually, is going to be the point where we start running out of plasma. And this would have been fine if we'd got to here. Well, let's see if we can land this thing. I want to dive down. I want to dive down nice and far. In fact, further if we can. We got one of those. Look at that! Look at that! Nice. So I think whatever the difference between the vector is and your body shape is how it figures out what your lifting dynamics are. Okay, so I do want to be able to make it all the way over to the water if possible, but I'm not holding my breath there. Trying to think what's the next plan. How do we make this more viable? Coming in for a nice landing, only dropping about 100 meters per second. Like that's cool, yo. Gonna try and get big flare at the end of this. Big flare at the end of this. I think we're coming down too hard towards the surface though. Look how long it's taken us to drop down 4 kilometers. As we get closer to the floor, I'm going to try and drag us up into more and more of a lifting profile. Definitely want to be going pretty fast when we get down there so that I can pull hard. And get that last second, like, kick up. Too much. Look how fast forward I'm trying to get this. We're not quite there though. We're not quite there. If only we had a Kerbal with a parachute on the back of this, eh? And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time, where we should have a better plan. I can't believe that this is all we got. I'm actually a bit like, I'm very tempted to bring the parachute back via the power of the rovers. But I'll see you then when we're going to do that. Bye!